Good morning.
Morning.
Just a minute. Right.
It's an espresso machine. Hot? Is
Yeah,
it hot? Okay.
yeah.
I'll just get a ice long black,
Okay.
and I'll also try the Ethiopia hand drip.
Okay.
The
So
Gucci.
one ice long black and one hot Ethiopian hand drip.
Do you do that cold as well?
We do cold as well.
Okay.
Having here to go.
That one I'll do as a go.
Okay.
I'll slowly go, and then this one I'll finish.
Sure. So when you're ready, let me know. So I will
Yeah.
prepare the Ethiopian for you.
Anything? Yeah. For espresso, what beans do you use? Do you
Currently,
take
we
own
use
blend?
these two. Yeah. So this is our own blend. The first one is a little bit sweeter and slightly acidic.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom one is full robust and no acidity.
Okay. I need something more fruitier. More
Fruitier?
sweeter,
Yeah, then the first one. Yes.
Something more Ethiopian.
This is Kenyan.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a moment. Do you need the receipt?
Yes, please.
Sure. There you go. Take a sip first.
In Singapore, the cafe is open quite late.
Is it?
In Melbourne, everything opens at 6:30.
Ah. You know why? Because Singapore offices starts at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by the time,
There starts at 7:30.
correct, and they will not arrive this year around 8:30. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so used to 6 a.m. Saturday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi, morning.
I can just get a flat white to go.
Sure. Just a minute.
Oh, just over.
No, yeah, actually, yeah, a while ago, yes. Morning.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you see.
Sure.
No.
Thank you. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Rennie, thanks for joining. Good morning.
Hi, morning. How are you? Thank you so much.
Excuse you.
Need to grab a did you do a magic?
Yes, we do.
Have you heard of that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, can I have one of those?
Sure. Take away having here.
I'll just have you.
Sure.
If that's okay.
Thank you. Do you need the receipt?
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Let's do a magic.
Well, good man. You actually know this place even better than me. I used to work here, like, when I lunch, I set up the office at the video. Yeah.
Right.
Can I have, let me see.
Take your time.
Give me a flat white.
Flat white, sure.
Is this place new?
Well, we are here almost coming to second year.
Second year already, yeah?
Yes.
That's quite some.
We roast everything on site, so it's slightly different.
Okay.
Our roast is right at the back.
My boss is vegetarian, so.
Yeah.
We're
I heard,
particular about
yes.
Drinking.
By the way, how's the coffee so far? Yeah? Take a sip first. Do you need the receipt?
Yeah.
Sure. There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, amazing. Thanks so much.
Okay.
And the space needs smaller, slightly.
I'm doing myself a magic too. Okay, let's get this done.
The Eric, thank you.
What's the best jar for doing the best milk? That depends. For us, we use 400 ml jar. I think most baristas use 600, but we use 400. If you look at the spout, there is a bulging up area here, and there's a thinner area here. So you're able to hold more milk here as you do your latte art. Yeah, so that you do not have to tilt your pitcher too much. For this rounder shape of pitcher, right, it can do good art with bolder lines, so you don't really get intricate design because this is slightly rounder. If you want to get something, if you're gearing towards doing designs, very intricate designs, then you have to get those pictures with sharper, more like a V-shape band rather than a round shape, U-shape band. Okay, let's do magic. And magic is a ristretto, but we usually do a 2/3 of an espresso shot, which means we only have the initial extractions, the sweetness, then we cut off at the back. So it is a shot that has more sweetness than body. So it's different from a cortado. Cortado has a full extractions. Good morning. Sure. Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers. I think most importantly is what, how, I think latte art is all about consistency of your foam. I think the flat white foam give you the most fluidity, which means you're able to flow much better. Whereas the lattes tends to be slightly a little bit more viscous as compared to flat white foam. So if you really want to do like multi layers of heart, like onion heart, then I think you need to froth it with less foam density. That's nice.
Otherwise, it will water down. Yeah. Even just a half.
I think I'll do the drip, then I'll add ice for you.
Sure. Not to wait.
Yeah.
Gesha. I have a small roaster at home.
Okay. Okay.
Imagining dialing Gesha, right?
Yeah.
You end up wasting $100 just on dialing.
Yes. In fact, roasting geisha itself, it's
I can never buy it. I was like, what do you mean I'll have to waste like 90 grams just to dial it in? It's just going to be painful.
yes, it is.
I'd
It
rather
is.
drink it outside.
No, but it's the excitement of doing yourself and telling yourself that you are the best.
Yeah.
No matter what kind of coffee comes out.
I've got a few more years to go before I get there.
Yeah. But once you have the profile for the certain beans, it will be much easier.
Yeah. Yeah, they are better, these expensive ones are better than the pure that espresso machine they just extract. That's the funny bit. You end up spending. I just got a medium mini
Okay.
last year,
Okay.
and that's the funny bit. You end up spending so much money, but then the best you can extract is what.
So Learning Mini is limited in a way that it's a standard dual boiler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is a very robust commercial grade machine. Yeah, but hi, morning. Just
Good morning.
a second. Yeah.
No problem. Look, please make it a skim milk piccolo,
Okay.
skim milk cappuccino,
Okay.
and 3 pastries
What?
of, one.
Grandma, sure.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, but it's consistent 9 bar pressure.
Yeah.
It's not hard about it, but I think it's better not to have so many variables.
It is true if you are just looking for the consistency. Yeah, but sometimes some beans require slightly lesser pressure to extract the flavor. Otherwise, you'll be
That's the problem. It doesn't allow you to change the
correct. Yeah. But I think the recent Learning Mini allows you to tweak the
latest-
pressure. You
yeah.
can adjust the pressure. Yes.
Yeah, the latest one. Does.
Yeah, but it's still a fixed pressure.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
fixed.
Yes.
You can't variable. Like
Yeah, you can't do
like
variable
buy
out
like
here.
a hand one.
Yes.
What's that? You're trying to buy that hand. What was that machine? I forgot.
The level espresso machine.
The hand based.
There's flare. There's
The flare,
the flare, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, okay. It will just be chilled, not really cold. Yeah. Just a minute. Here you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Usual? Thank you. So be 26.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. For the Korean one, can I pack them together or you want to pack
that's
them?
fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This one you can see the coffee is
Yeah,
cappuccino.
perfect.
Yep. Some serviettes.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Bye. I'll be right back. How's the magic?
Excellent. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yep. There's a slightly different strapper. Soda water? Oh. Oh. 还有多一个，那个 tissue paper。Okay.等一下那个outside 会过来 outside delivery today。Okay. Let's see if any question for me. Good morning, Rosa. Wow, it's been quite some time. I have a subscriber, Sam. He loves gloves. Yeah. Yeah, we only do glove when we handle food. That means if you are using our hand to pick up the food. If not, we will not be using glove. We do use the mask. Adinda settle. 我叫他直接 e-invoice to Adinda faster. 接下来有什么 supplier, I'll ask them to e-invoice. No point sending us a physical copy. then 如果我们要重新印也好 ，stamp 好 maybe they will still send a physical copy, but it's okay. For outside direct payment 他会直接 email 给Adinda, it's faster. Then we won't miss out any payment. Okay. This morning is a little bit more less busy as yesterday. Oh my god, offer 丢吗哈 OK 它这个是有 offer 啦，等我才买 anyway can 用完先才用那个 this one $5 per pack 我每次买了东西他就会问你要不要买要 check out 的时候 I think 50 bags I think 100啊50 I think it's 50 Okay. Let's see what time is it now. 9:13. Still early. Okay, since we are still early, I think what I'm gonna do is let me see. I've made enough coffee. I think I will want to test roast one of the coffee that we have just purchased. Yeah, I think recently we sent one of my students. He has been learning roasting coffee from me for quite some time. And recently he went for the roasting competition that was held by Compound Coffee locally. Right, and in the category that there are two categories for the competitions. One is the single origin. The other one is a blend, which consists of two different coffee. One I believe is an Indonesian coffee. The other one I can't remember the origin. We didn't win the blend, but we won the single origin coffee. Right, so right he got this crowd favorite. Right. Yeah, how it happens is basically the beans was given to you I think about a week earlier, right? So you're supposed to collect or they can deliver the beans to you. I mean the organization, so either deliver to you or you collect yourself, and then you have 1 week or slightly more than 1 week to roast it to your satisfaction. After that, you're supposed to send in the roasted sample to the organizer, and then they have a panel of judges as well as public, right? So this event is actually open to not just the internal panel, but it's also open to external public people, right? So what happens is that the what it means by crowd favorite is most people, I think from public, I'm not too sure the judges, right, who tasted the coffee through cupping, right, find that this coffee that roasted by my students is their favorites, hence the name of crowd favorite. So I think that's how it goes. So today I'm going to roast that coffee, right? I think he did a very light roast. The drop temp is only about 191, 192 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to show you the beans and the company that we purchased the bean from, right, which is from Second Mile Coffee, right? You can see the bag over here on the floor, right? Anyway, I'll bring it up to show you. Right, this is a Nicaragua coffee, which is a Gesha variety. It's pretty heavy. I think one box is about 23.5 kg, vacuum pack. Oof. So this is the coffee. No. We did start. It is unlikely that we'll start a char fire on our smaller sample roaster because we clear every time. For the larger one, it does smoke a little bit, right, for once, right, but we also try to clear once every week, especially in the drum area, right, whereby the chaff, when it's hot, it gets sucked in by the air, and the air actually blows a lot of provide fuel for the fire to burn, right? So there was a time whereby it's smoking a little bit, and I realized there was actually a spots of red glowing chaff, and I use a spray, to spray immediately. You put it out, yeah. Then after that, I just do a clearing, right? It didn't start a fire, right? Luckily, right. So this is the coffee that we're gonna try roasting. It was roasted by my students under. I sort of guide him a little bit, and I also cup the coffee with him. We both agree that 192, I believe, is the drop temperature, which is the best. But we didn't have enough sample to test it further. If I were to roast it, I will roast it slightly darker. I'll probably push to maybe 196 or 197, right? Because I like it to be sweeter than acidic. Yeah, so the slightly longer development time will give more time for caramelizations. Yeah. Right, so let's open this and see. Oh, let's see how to open this. Wow. The issue is if I open this now, I will have to pack it because it comes in one big vacuum seal pack like this. Oh, okay. So I think it's packed into how many? Two. So it's nice, which means I can store this and I don't have to open all. That's nice. Right, so I believe this is 12 plus kg. Right, and I think after that I have to seal it back. I have to repack this into smaller packaging so that remains fresh. Right. So there's Nicaragua, Las Marias, Gesha. I'll be roasting about 200 grams of this, but let me just fire up the roaster first. I'll be using a smaller one here. There's a smaller one. Okay, the chaff is clean, right? Yes, it's already been hooked up. Let me just show you. I can see that both are already hooked up to pipes, and from the pipe, you'll be sucked in by this pipe here. The exhaust will be going into this pipe, right? And the pipe is actually pulled up by a sort of a ventilator here, and then it goes all the way to the chute, right, and go all the way to the roof. Because these are smaller roaster, so there's no afterburner. I'm just going to cut a little hole here. Oh, oh! I can smell the vinegar smell. Usually for natural processed coffee, right? There's this smell. Okay, let me just get 120 grams. 200 grams, sorry. Yeah. Ooh. I'm going to put this in a tub. Oh, it's so heavy for me to carry like this. How is this going to fit? Okay, airtight. Okay, so let's hook up. The artisan. By the way, this is a roaster from China. The sample roaster is called the Kaleido M2. I'll be using Bluetooth to connect. Okay, let's connect the machine to my laptop first. This is about half the size, half the maximum size. So I will not charge it to be too high. Let's charge it at 165. No air. Let's put 20% air, right? 80 RPM for drum, and then let's switch on the PID. Right. So what happens is that the software will maintain the temperature steadily at 165. And usually I'll let it hover the temperature for a while before I charge it so that the entire roaster is hot enough. Right, just to let you see the beans, right? This is the Nicaragua Gesha. I can see the shape is slightly longer. You can see the shape. Usually pretty long, right? Versus the Brazilian beans. They are slightly more roundish. Right, I'm not too sure whether you can see. Yeah. Right, you can see it's very long, right? Most of the beans are quite long, right, elongated. And if you look at the quality of the beans, it's pretty good, but there are some slightly smaller and slightly different. This is the pea berry, for example, right? But that doesn't affect the taste. Pea berries again. So this is odd shape, but it still doesn't affect the flavor. This is not defective beans. Next time, if I have a chance, I'll show you a bag of defective beans. What is called a defective beans, which is going to ruin the entire bag. Yeah, this is very small, right? I'll pick that out. Actually, this doesn't affect flavor too. Right, just that the screen size is not that uniform, right? I think this is around 16 to 17. Right, so the machine is going to heat up over here. This is the one I'm using right now. So let me know if you have any question. Coffee dosing shenanigans. Maybe I should bring you closer to see the roaster, right? Yes, this is an electric roaster. You can see that it's electric power. Infrared. By the way, this one has a capacity of 400 grams, and the one next to it is a 1 kg roaster, right? So you can see the size difference there. So usually for smaller batch, just for sampling, we usually use the smaller one. Let me go outside and assist a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay. Espresso 哈。standard。还没有哦。Yes. Yep. You need some water? Okay. 他不用。哦，怎么会有水？诶，刚才没有诶，从哪里出来的？So weird. No,我有 check 的，每天早上。Because our footprint will make it very black. Hmm? 没有啊，应该是这边不动味的。这个拿进去哦。You will hear beeping when the machine is ready, right? It's very good machine. I've been using this sniper roaster for I think before COVID. That was 2018, I think. Yeah, 2018 or 19, I can't remember. Yeah. Welcome back.
Always.
Yes.
No. It's my turn today.
No, it was your turn yesterday too.
Iced Americano from the
Okay. Having here or to go?
Go.
Really good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Can I take big one?
Sure. Ice Americano, big one. Okay.
What is Gesha matcha?
It's
Matcha with the
matcha with double shot espresso.
It's actually quite nice. You want more sweet?
Yeah, usually we don't sweeten it unless the customer wants it to be
No, I
sweetened.
don't want to make sweetening.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to have it hot.
Hot dirty matcha. Okay.
Then I can get 10% discount.
Yes.
Ha ha.
Yes. Let me just. Thank you.
Thank
No,
you.
you don't celebrate. I got the money.
Do you need a receipt?
Good. I this is very
Okay, have you heard the beeping yet? Let's check the temperature. Okay. But this one uses only 800 watts of power. It doesn't use a lot of power. So I think I've seen quite a few of my friends use it, like Hoon's Coffee. I think I've seen quite a few people use it. I think another guy from Canada, he also uses this. Right, I think it's getting more and more popular in the US. So I don't think it should be a problem using in the States. Because the power demand is only 800 watts, right, for both machines, whether it's 400 grams or 1 kg. Right. So I will just let it beep a few times, maybe one time more. Then I will drop the beans. You can see that the glowing is gone, means the machine is trying to steady the temperature. Whenever the temperature drop below 165, the PID will kick in, right, to actually stabilize the temperature. Right, when it's too high, it will cut off the power. Right, when it's too low, it will start the power to heat up. So it's pretty smart actually. Right, so I will be dropping pretty soon. Okay, I think we can do it already. PID off. Let's charge it. This roaster works almost like a gas roaster. You can control the power, like controlling the gas. You can control the fan speed. The fan on this machine is not really working super well. So I can, if I want, I can use a larger ventilator to pull out the smoke to induce the fan. Okay, so now we have just reached turning point. It's about 90.1 degrees Celsius. So the lowest point at which the beans will reach, or the sensor probe has red. I think now the probe is probably buried underneath the beans. So the first phase of the roasting is called the drying phase, whereby basically the bean does nothing but just getting rid of the moisture and bring the internal temperature of the bean up. When do I decide to use a smaller roaster and when do I use the bigger one, right? Like for now, I do not want to, I just want to sample the beans. So I will first start, let's say on the 200 grams to 300 gram on a 400 gram roaster, maybe to 60 to 70% capacity. Then I'll move on to the larger roaster to see whether I can actually transfer the roasting profile. I mean all the key points of roasting to be used on the 1 kg, right? And from the 1 kg, I can actually transfer this to my 5 kg roaster. So it give me an idea. But usually for specialty grade beans, we roast on a smaller roaster because we try to keep the beans we roast in smaller quantity and try to keep the bean fresh. And usually we try to roast on demand if we can, especially on the Panama Gesha from Ismarada, right? We usually roast on demand. And definitely for sampling roasting, we always use the 400 grams roaster. So this is the artisan interface that we use, right? I think most roaster have something like that. So basically, this quite a number of things happening here, right? You can see the dark blue color line here. This is the bean temperature, right? This is the exhaust temperature, right? And this light blue color line that goes up and down is basically the rate of rise, or the RR. In this case, it's called the change in the bean temperature, which is the 14.2 at the moment here. So what it basically means is the temperature is rising at 14.7 degrees Celsius per minute, right? Heating power now is at 90%. The drum's RPM is 80, right? The maximum temperature I want to set the roaster to be will be around 214. I don't usually roast to this temperature, right? Even my darkest roast is maybe about 205 degrees Celsius, so we're not talking about Fahrenheit. Yeah. So now we should be reaching dry end very soon. Dry end is basically when 70% of the bean has turned from green, right, to yellow. Right, you can see that it's yellowing, right? So the computer has automatically charted for me. You can see it has already charted. Right, let me show you where it is. Right, you can see here. Dry end happens at 4 minutes and 44 seconds, and the dry end temperature is 147.3. And the artisan software is pretty smart. It's trying to tell you in about 2.5 minute time, the first crack will happen. So if I want to have a longer development time, it is now time for me to reduce the heat so that my first crack time can be slightly slower, slightly longer time. So you can see it's still around 2 minutes 30 seconds, right? Usually my roasting habits will be after dry end, I will slowly drop down the roasting power, right? And we usually go by the temperature and not by time. So now my roaster has been reduced to about 70% of the heating power. right? The rate of rise or the change in bean temperature is still around 10 degrees per minute, so it's still pretty okay. Yeah, I think my roast will probably finish at around before 9 minutes, which is good for a smaller batch size. If you have any question, let me know, right? I will try my best to answer, right? I have been a learning journey on this coffee roasting. And for those of you who follow me on social media, you know that I've recently went to Indonesia to learn more about roasting. Well, I've really learned a lot from my teacher, right? Things that I know before, right? Now I can understand what it does and how it changes the roasting profile. And if I want a certain taste, I know what I should do, right, to try to get that. Right. Okay, let's reduce it slightly more. I think now it should be okay. It's around 8 degrees Celsius per minute. Right, let's check the color of the beans. Right, you can see now it's light brown. Just now was yellow. Oh, really nice smell. Okay. Caramelization has been doing well. I can smell the sweetness in the air. And traditionally, it's always a downward RR, means the roasting will have a high RR at the start before dry end, and then the rate of rise should gradually drop as you progress through your roasting. Right, we are hitting about 180. Right, first crack, by estimation, it should happen in around 30 seconds. Right, it estimated for you, it will happen at around 8:36. Let's see whether the artisan software is accurate. Uh, 15-minute roast, it is possible. Okay, I don't hear any cracking yet, so I will deactivate it. Let me just finish this roasting before I discuss this with you, because now is really the crucial time. Okay, here I hear some pop. Okay, so the first crack happens at 189 degrees Celsius. And then let's slow it down further. Right, I want to drop around 190, probably 196 to 197. Right, let's check the color. Can you hear the popping now? I think I do not want to roast it too much. Okay, let's drop it at 195. So I usually transfer to a larger cooler so that it cools rapidly. The smaller cooler here, right, you can see there's two fans cooling the air. It does the job, but then it takes longer. So this is a much larger bean cooler, which will cool down the beans in a matter of 20 to 30 seconds. So it's much better. Right, you can see the roast is pretty consistent. The color that my Samsung phone capture is different from the color that I see, right? Yeah, in fact, it's already cool. Oops. This is closer to the real color. Right, and after this, we're going to do a little bit of curbing. I think it's already cooled down. Right, and let's go back and save the profile so that I can try to replicate it or run the roast profile at the background if I want to do some changes so I can see what's going on in the roast before and the roast after. Right, so let's save this. This machine is also capable of auto roasting, which means it will follow the profile and roast. So you can see my drop temp is 195. It dropped around 9.5 minutes. First crack, all these are documented properly so that I know exactly the information, right? The time and the temperature, right? I prefer to organize it this way. Right, so let's off it. And then you can see the development is only about 6.6%, right? Because I didn't drag the development to be too long, right? So, yep, so let's save this. So all these are the profile that I've done in the past on different coffee. This is in Nicaragua. Gesha, 200 gram, drop temp is 195. So I will roughly know the drop temperature, right? Then we can off the machine, right? So let's off the machine and then let's go to curbing. You can see the volume expanded quite a bit. And literally there's much chaff remain behind. So from here, I will usually pick out the beans whereby the color is slightly different. Right. Okay, let me switch on the grinder and the kettle so that we can do a curbing. Grinder nowadays, I always use my DF54. But before that, there's one more thing we need to check, which is the roast color, right, using the electron meter. Right, so this is another QC quality control that we do. Right, I think this should be around 90, maybe around 90 plus to 80 plus in terms of electron color. Right, I think from 80 plus to 90, these are all light roast. Let's boil some water. And usually we'll check the external color as well as the internal color, which means we'll grind it and then we'll check the color again. Right, this is 82.3, right? I would say this is medium light, not exactly light, because light usually will hit around 90 plus to 100 plus. Light roast is very hard to control, especially those ultra light roast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind the coffee, and then I'm going to check the color again. Then I'm going to write it down on the back, right, so that I know, right, this bag of coffee has undergo this. Oops. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so let's get a coffee bag. This is the this is actually anaerobic natural. 36 hours of fermentations. It's a Gesha varietal. Gesha, right? I think the drop it's 165 degrees Celsius. Sorry, the drop temp, the final, it's 195. Right, the weight in, it's 200 grams. Right, so we are supposed to weigh the bean out as well. So let's just weigh it. Right, it's 180 grams out. Oh, we only lost 20 grams, right? So that is about 10%. Okay, so now the color, external color, it's 82.3. Okay, let's check the internal color, right? We'll need 10 grams because we're going to do carving as well. Right, 10 grams. Power is not on. Yep. Grams out, so 0 retention. Right, let's check the internal color. Where's my ruler? Doing drug. No, the Gesha from the one that Vin won.
Yeah.
I bought all the beans.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a video, our first interview.
Okay.
Oh, when Vin come back, we plan first. Yeah. That means we're gonna introduce this bean as a cold roast.
Oh.
Yeah. When you want to learn? Just a joke, huh? Please, coffee is a kind of drug. It's a drug for adult because it will make you addictive to caffeine, right? Not the other kind of drug that we talk about, right? So just for fun, please don't don't shout at me, right? Watch too much Western movie. Okay, the external color, it's 99.8. Interior color is 99.8, right? So now let's do the carving. Right, this cup is just nice. Okay, smells good. Okay, let me get my camera to be on a higher chair so you can see better. Things that we usually do after roasting. $200 of water. My carving bowl has already arrived, and my carving spoon too. So later on, I'll be taking them out to do a proper, using a proper carving bowl to do a proper carving. Are those measurement devices all based on standardized roast measurement levels? Yes, it's based on, we call the electron meter, right? It's a way to know the color of the roast. But you know, the coffee industry has many different standards of color. So some say 70 plus is light roast, 60 plus, 50 plus is medium roast, 40 plus to 30 plus is dark roast. But for me, those are ultra dark roast that if you hit 50, right? So there's no standardization. So it is more for our internal QC, especially if we roast back-to-back batches. We want to ensure that the color are exactly the same. So it's a way to it's a way to do quality control on our end, and not really to tell customer the color that we are roasting, because we do not want to confuse our customer with all these technical informations. We just want them to know our coffee is good, and that's good enough, right? So let's smell the beans, smell the the coffee. It's very floral. Has a sweet caramelized note inside there. My nose is almost touching the coffee, right? So it's very sweet smelling. So now I can put this back. There's one more important information, which is the roast date. It's very critical. Today is the 17th, right? Right, so we just wait for about 4 minutes, then we will break the coffee, right? So by breaking means we are going to use our carving spoon, right? To sort of cause all the coffee ground to settle down. And when you break, the smell will be pretty exploding. So during the breaking process, we will also put our nose very close and then smell it as well. 4 minutes, so let's break it. Wow, okay. And then we'll scoop out the coffee ground that's floating on top. Okay, and now we wait for the coffee to cool a little bit more. Then we will taste the coffee. So before you push out a certain coffee, right, this is the process. This is just the beginning, right? Because you got to do multiple roasts, roast at different temperature, while keeping the rest of the variable the same. So that we know by changing one variable, how is it going to affect the taste, the smell, the body, yeah, and everything, right? Sweetness, acidity. So all these can be done, right? Because if we change too many things, then it becomes really hard for us to know what changes that we have made has causes what to happen, right? I think today our stream passed more than 1 hour 30 minutes. I will be ending the stream very fast. After I finish carving this coffee, then I'll end it. Right, still too hot to drink, but let me just do a little slurp. Ooh. It's very clean. It's very sweet. A very pleasant acidity. I can't slurp it because it's still too hot. Oh, this is nice. Tastes almost like Ethiopian coffee, but it's very clean. I'm the only one using the spoon and the carving, so I'm just going to drink it like that. There's a certain citrusy. Let's wait for it to cool a little bit more. Yes, definitely the flavor will change, but it pretty much gives us a benchmark on how good this roast will be. So if it's already tasting this good, it will just get better. The degassing will happen in the first 24 hours. Then after that, it will start to develop. And as the coffee ages. But if you are drinking filtered coffee, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's 1 day or 2 days after roast, you can start drinking it. For me, I like to drink it not just at a peak. I like to drink it as it progresses, so I know the potential of this coffee and how long it takes to reach the peak time, peak notes, and then when it start to degrade, then I can advise my customer, you should try to drink this within a certain time frame. So that's a good indications on that. And usually, the lighter the roast, the longer it can stays in peak. Yeah, the darker the roast, the shorter the lifespan of the coffee. When I say lifespan, means it's drinkable standard, right? For us, right? Let's try again. Oh, so sweet. This is going to be good. I can taste the tangerine. Definitely. Oh, the acidity is so pleasant. It's subtle, but is there. Oh, I think this is going to be good. All right. So, thank you for your patience to join us for almost 1 hour 40 minutes of live. I hope you find this interesting. I'll be doing more of this if I can afford the time, and if my guys are outside, I should be able to do more of this kind of live sessions. Right. I hope you like it. Let me know what you want to see during the my morning live. I will try to incorporate them. Right. Link in the comment section down below. Let me know. Right. Thanks for joining. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be working because my 2 guys will be going off. They are on leave together, so I'll be alone with my part-time. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining.